Okay, so interestingly enough, I rebooted the game before this next part started. Speaking of, yes, hello. With more Stanley Parable for Deluxe. It's asking me for my time again. Do you think they would just take the clock from the... Hang on, hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 o'clock and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. I'm glad I started recording early. Alright, begin game. I only boot up because there's supposed to be an achievement tied to booting the game again.
This is the story of a man.
Okay, yeah, this part should be the same. Yep, there it is. Achievement unlocked. Welcome back. It doesn't show up on the video, but it's there. Okay, so first off, I have to confess some things. I went and looked up. Apparently,
What did it mean? Stanley decided
you are
to go
supposed to be able to wiggle your way up on one of these
Perhaps he had simply missed
desks. And that's how you're supposed to get up. You're not supposed to jump. It was 4:30, right?
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yeah, I'm gonna pause
Click a
recording until we
door
get there
5
again.
times.
Okay, back. So, apparently we're supposed to do here. Yeah, you just was walking up that box.
You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
1-6.
We've almost got it.
Oh.
Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Woohoo! Oh, the copy was in the other room, right? Okay. There it is.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430. Yeah.
There it is. Achievement unlocked. 4:30.
Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you
Okay.
really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now?
Well, maybe not a few
What
minutes.
are you thinking?
Well, alright. It's time for the choice.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And of course, I still refuse to accept
This
that
was
option.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
And admiring, and then moving on.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yes, drinking it all.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, we're going on the left again.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm gonna try to walk off over here, because it looks like I can do
Stanley,
that.
I think perhaps we've
going
gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not.
I can't
your
jump.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story...
Oh no!
But in his eagerness to
Well, I'll be right
that-
back. Okay, I'm back here.
Look, Stanley,
I
I
did
think
everything
perhaps
same.
we've gotten off
Well,
on
except
the
for the
wrong
achievement.
foot here.
What's it
I'm
doing
not
over
your
there?
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the
I'm gonna wait
fact
for it to go all the
is
way
that
up
the
this time.
story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Okay, now go.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that
What's
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Considering what happened in that room,
You
yes.
of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Danger
Let me
every-
prove
Oh, that's where
that
the second
I'm
one's
on
from.
your side. Give me a chance.
Okay. Fragile box. 2B1. To B3. Warning. Do not stand on this side of Jam can't stand on. Let's pass this point. To B4. Nope. Nope, one of these.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Of course, I don't believe you. Blue door it is.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Get 10 mission cover?
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through
Hey, look, it's the blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Oh, okay.
You see? There's nothing here.
Don't say
I
nothing.
haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken
It's
rooms,
untextured.
exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yeah, looks pretty
Was
cool.
it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Cool. That's
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
And Sandy's good.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This
Ooh.
already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Well, I mean, I kind of want to go through the other doors. But, no, we gotta go through this.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
Again.
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Well, I'm gonna guess that 2, 3, and 4 do nothing. So it's between 1 and 5. Let's, 5. I like right choices.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay. Okay, so the third door's still there. Stanley Parable worldwide leaderboard. In total. Little Neil's offline skid is offline. Hold on. None of these are people on my friends list, by the way, just in case you were wondering. A dead rat is offline. It's you, Stanley Force 2. Oh yeah, of course, we're 7. What does it take you to get to the correct door? Compete against us and improve your Stanley Parable. I have not been playing for 7 hours. I haven't even owned the game for 7 hours. Air is empty. You know, 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence. Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. 98.9% of players were at Stanley. Well, it does take you to get the correct door, which clearly wants you to go left, but now we're going to go right again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Yes, 5, only 5.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay. Either he's radically different or the exact same.
Towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Oh, good grief.
Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Now, most people wouldn't be crazy enough to stay here 4 hours. I am not a clicker fool. You think I won't stay here for 4 hours? God, me. They don't have it enabled right now, but I do have not a clicker. Oh, this noise is so obnoxious. I'm gonna keep doing it. Try me. Okay, it's taking a long time with nothing happening, so I'm just gonna pause recording until something happens. Okay, so I went and looked this up because I was terrified of this yeah, this is actually a minigame that goes on for 4 hours. No ifs, ands, or buts. Around the 2-hour mark, the narrator will come in and add a second button. But other than that, no, it is just 4 hours of saving a baby from fire with this really loud buzzer noise. Well, I guess I know what I'm in for now. Oh, don't know how lucky you are. I'll be right back. Okay, I've had this going for something close to, like, 45 minutes. I was getting curious, so I went and looked up, like, exactly how this goes. There is technically an ending, but it looks like this isn't one that's expected to beat the game by any means. And on top of that, the auto-clicker thing isn't going to work, because around the 2-hour mark, they throw in a second button at the far end of the room. You have to run between them back and forth. Like, there's one here, and there's one that gets out somewhere around here. But you have to protect the little puppy dog, which is cool. But, yeah, I'm just going to let the baby burn.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Okay.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
Oh, more games? Oh, it's time to start playing Minecraft.
Yes,
Right.
this seems like it'll work. Let's
GTA?
give it a shot.
Half-Life? No. Sonic Unleashed? I need to go back to you. Oh, Firewatch!
Ah,
Okay, that works.
fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay. Well, I've never played Firewatch before, so if I'm missing something obvious, I'm sorry. Well, first up, just in case you thought maybe because we're quote-unquote on a different game, the gameplay work. Now, same controls, still wise to move, still can't jump, still duck with control. Let's get on down. Slowly.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
Could be what?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Yay! Oh.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now.
Terrifying.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
I guess we're not doing Minecraft
something
after all.
with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Portal? Go check out.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Okay. What?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
I like
Stanley,
this game
if
design.
you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Well, there's arrows pointing over here. So obviously, I'm going into the arrows.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
I
There are
throw
lots of
myself into the
cars here in the
goal.
back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Yay!
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
It's nice and all, but I need to score into the goal myself first.
Hold on. What are you doing?
I got lost! I did it!
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Progress.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh no, I fell again. Huh. Let them all. You never know if one of them might open. You don't know if they will or won't. I don't know if they will or won't. This looks a lot like the part at the beginning. The part could really use a flashlight. Wait a minute. This is the normal game. Like, it would have normally started like, right around here. Like, this is the right-hand path. You would go and then there's a little closet. And then there's the room with the crane. It's the same hall, I'm sure of it. They just turned the lights off. To figure out where I'm going. I guess let's just try to find a way out. Okay, no, I'm certain that I was on the right. Maybe it's just because they're interconnected and I got mixed up that way. That would check out. Can't jump. Use how do I unlock the jump button? This is very important. 427? Woo! Where's my button? I need to push my button. I don't know what I'm looking at. Well, 427 wasn't it?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will come soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I can wait too. I was planning to sit through that baby thing for 4 hours, and I still went through 45 minutes of it. I think I deserve some sort of medal. Well, the reason I stopped is because there's no way my autoclicker would have worked with the dog. Right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
mean?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
That wall is clipping. I can't tell if that's just poor game design or if that's brilliant game design is telling me, hey, break this. It's one of those types of games, you know? I can probably easily tell if they pull the same thing anywhere else. Like here they put a space. There's a very small space. It's hard to tell because of how cameras work. But there is an ever small but still present one. So bad. So I've been curious about this for a while. Can I repeat the end of the last part if I just stand still and do nothing?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm just gonna stand here and do nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna walk. I'm going to do absolutely nothing. Any minute now. Gosh darn it, fine. I'll move. Please go on the right.
This
Again.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I'm going to take
Perhaps he
the
wanted to
exit
stop
after the
by
break room.
employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Well,
The
I
lounge
could
was sublime,
go back on the
a
elevator.
work of
too.
art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
I'll
first
take this
open door on his left. And so he
what's in here?
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Big red button. It looks just like the other big red button. Now I'll go through it. Wait, is this where I think it is? Nah, it's like... Is this the room with the broom? That is totally the room with the broom. We got rid of
Yet
it.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
No, here's the broom.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
That's
hoping he might find an answer there.
Maybe.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Never. I love the broom closet.
There was
The broom
nothing
closet's my
here.
favorite.
No choice to make,
Okay,
no
I'm not
path
gonna
to
hang here
follow,
anymore.
just an empty broom closet. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. Executive bathroom let me in. Yeah, it wouldn't let me in before because I destroyed reality or something. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. I like that. Stream bathroom. No toilet physics. 0 out of 10 game, how could you? This door. Man. What are you doing in that poor panda? Business strategy. Yeah, that's good. I want to go up. Keep going up. I'm not going to find any aliens underground, I'll tell you that much. I like jams. The jams. Is that the narrator guy? It sounded like there was some vocals. Is this even going anywhere? I'm starting to feel like this is going nowhere. Double down. Hit up again. This is the exact room I exited from. I don't think which buttons I hit made a difference.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
This looks nothing
Shocked,
like the room I was in before.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Well, I'm
But
gonna
of
enter the
course,
number I gave you
Stanley
before.
couldn't possibly have known this.
1825. Isn't that the number you gave me in the error reality? 7777.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
All eights?
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
That just looks like it's gonna work.
2845.
Let's go.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This area looks broken down, but I'm just obeying him, well, mostly obeying. Well. Down I go. There was stuff down there. I don't know what it was, but there was stuff.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I'm curious about this, but I also
Stanley
still want
walked
to
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
So screw that. I haven't
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
You think that's gonna stop me?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Let's go! Woo! I did it! I found death. Oh wait, I'm not dead yet. I've still technically escaped. I see.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
It's true.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye-bye, narrator man. Doodaloo. What?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Yeah, it's definitely what happened. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. The Stanley parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Stanley's computer. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors is the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been edited and altered, not irrelevant, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. And yeah, this looks like it's the same place. Maybe I can't jump. The two doors! Oh, the legendary two doors. You set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the game emerged as an extension of it. An exploration of contradiction this room posed. Read this thing. Corridor. The pacing of this open section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in equal time. Filing cabinets! This is terrifying me. Office computers. One of them is playing solitaire. One of them's installing Chart Pro. And one of them is just on an employee database. That one's boring. It's the random computer desk. The office doors. Can I open doors? I'm disappointed that like none of these just started to fall down instantly. Fun sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game. When buttons are pressed, each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Okay. I know this is at least partially accurate because I know Crows was like development studio. I know Redden was involved with this development studio. Like I know at least part of this is it's probably all of it is true then. Hero 2013 team. Woohoo! Alright. Let's go confront our deaths that already happened. The office. The maintenance the elevator I never went down. An early version of the maintenance room. The art. Oh, the fun. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield, fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it was far too jokey and on the nose. But the tone of the game, where some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. But why would that be insulting people that like shooters? That'd be awesome. Should have made it. Also, this game literally has no standards about being too jokey or on the nose. I don't know what they're talking about there. Yeah, I think they should have made it. Unless it would have like delayed the game by like 3 years, in which case like no. Because it does seem like it would have been very different from everything else. Ultra Deluxe announcements. In December 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of the Stanley Parable at the Game Awards. These are screenshots of the videos we made for the announcement and the game's delay. Well, which one you announced the game got delayed like 6 times? Oh, well, actually, 6 pictures. 6 delays. Oh. I see. Okay. Narrate the emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. We had initially planned to use these for the promotion materials. We never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. There is a skeleton inside of you. We're more skeletons than humans. Thanks and goodbye, Civ. Okay, you question but for my intense passion of my soul. Am I Stanley? Are you spying on me? I don't know why. How? Did the game feature capybaras? I haven't seen any yet. The Barbie capybaras make everything great. The narrator, how do you stay in shape? Instead of Michael, The Rock, Martin. I like all of these. You're playing Stanley Parable. Subject gay. Are you gay? Well, I wasn't able to read that last week and I'm upset. Yeah, I appreciate the previous Stanley game is working around Stanley. I appreciate the credit there are. So I do see people to say on the game because audience could censoring. I also like to have a submit of how I would be censored in what manner and perhaps no! The Stanley Parable have empty quests. How many endings? The Stanley Parable is really going to let me go shopping. I hope it will have a fine selection of dessert foods. How do you make a JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever? What is the difference between a duck? But that's all it says. There's something after the duck part. How is the game going? I hope it's good or better than the first one from a cool man. I wonder how many they actually... Are you a rock? Like, how many of these did they screen? You rock? Would you tell me what is the significance of the number 111280 is? No idea. At first I thought it was binary, but then I saw the 2. The thing I want to know is, what would you do if Stanley entered any other rooms? Well, I mean, that would just be terrifying, wouldn't it? Since on a scale of max earnest to Salvador Dali, how surreal would this game be? Were you born with a magnificent voice? Did you bog with the magician to receive it? Finally, most of all, no! Wow, congratulations. Congratulations in line with previous announcements regarding the promotions. Here's the result. You prefer if you didn't hear full Colin felt that, but reading the omnipotent voice, I want to tell you that I like Stanley Parrot as much as I like singing his small badger in swim trunks. I like as much as I like walking the park, watching sunset, and dare I say pushing buttons. So I'd like to keep this proposal top secret and read this a few times and get back to you if you're interested in details regarding the transfer of $24,500. With that, you. This money's mission belongs to being the dead, strong, bad. How do you type with boxing gloves on, then? Okay, I'm gonna leave that because I could be there forever. I was already there for several minutes. The lounge, the early version of the game. I mean, that actually looks like the lounge, just, yeah, it's got less stuff in it. Hold on, is this the correct way? These both feel correct. I don't like this. The timer's down. What happens when it reaches 0? I was hoping it would blow up. I'm disappointed. The apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending. The apartment? There's an apartment. Oh, we get the phone. Duh, that should have been a hint. The timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. But picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Kind of funny that didn't happen, but I guess the unplugging was basically the same thing. The cargo lift. The second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game. We wanted to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. The cargo lift was always attempted to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also want the option of the player falling to their death. Yay! It's so expensive, it's huge! Maintenance layout. A flow of hallways following the first 2 doors was important to get right since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. One option, version 2 options, version 3 1 option, before event. What about this? 7 option 4 is pretty simple. That's basically what we end up getting. The only difference is I don't think we ever actually got the vent. It's like, yeah, number 1 seems about right. Number 2 I don't think happened unless they hid that somewhere. Number 3 might be it too, because there was that elevator that goes somewhere, but I don't know where it went. Although, actually, what would even be the difference between number 3 and number 1? It's just that the room would have been a little bit bigger. Also, meeting room. Whatever this is. It's not pointing to anything, it's just there. It's so big. Why is it so big? Zinding levers. These levers are originally part of the Zinding. The player would pull a lever, and the narrator would describe which puller they had pulled. I want to pull them. I can't pull them. Zinding. Screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zinding. It was eventually cut and merged with the other part of the game. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what that is. I don't think I got the part that was merged with. Zinding modal. The Zinding went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of that ending. But we thought that it was complete, but decided to abandon and change again shortly before launch. I wonder if they add that for Deluxe then. Escape menu. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized that this is what they were supposed to do. It's frustrating for everyone. Yeah, I can imagine how that might be a problem. Oh, that's the exit. Okay, so that's how I get out of here. Okay. Good, finally, I know where I'm supposed to go and where I'm not supposed to go, and etc, etc. Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the speed of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. Features a series of broken rooms in the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is repairing a new version of the Stanley Parable. You mean repairing? Okay, I'm not gonna watch that too long because that trailer's probably on YouTube somewhere and I might get the video flagged. I have had videos get taken down for less. Just gonna figure out what the staircase was. Okay, so good. That does go back there. 27, 427, 427. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, second March 2012, and the third in February 2013. Oh. They added another cabinet up here, and there was a light up there. That seems to be the only big difference. So here, it's just more of this, like more clutter. They opened up the cabinets so they're not all nice and neat anymore. This is whatever that yellow thing is up there. And they added the painting. Just little details. All in all, pretty inconsequential, but it's still neat and I like it. Game design lookup. This is the level of William. The level designer sent Davey, the writer, is the kind of audition piece. The strength of this game got William hired to design the full game. Not much the environment has changed. The basic layout from the smoke up is still in the game. Huh, that's I mean, yeah, the basic design is still in the game. That's like the first room, right? You can tell, especially like from the copy machine. It's the room I thought it was. Good. The elevator. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. So that must be the yeah, freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in the beta. I'm getting spoiled so hard on this game because this is one of my first endings. But I'm still going through this whole thing. You can't stop me. But each time, the elevator in the monitor room would go up or down, let freedom above and countdown below. Yeah. Wait, isn't this what you said earlier? This is the same thing. Just slightly worded differently. This is the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Interesting. I'm still not sure what that is. So much stuff in here. Office cloak. Yes, it is. This video is going to be massive. I'm sorry. I didn't think this was going to be so long. Okay. Boss's office. Screenshots from the development to the boss's office. Yeah. Kind of like the last one. It looks like a prison cell. Oh, we've wrapped all the way back around. We're back in the beginning. Oh, there's stuff over here I can still check out. The lounge. Underground in early version of the underground portion of the game. Oh yeah, the area I came in before I escaped. Narration outtakes. Given rating, the voice of the narrator.
Stanley stood on the snow.
Recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over 2 years of development. These are clips from the early takes that were not used in the final game.
Stanley walked over the bridge.
I mean, these seem like perfectly fine takes. Okay. I mean, more options are always better than less, so I get it. But if those are what the outtakes downloaded, then yeah, they were in good hands. Alright, let's get going. It sounds like the exit's waiting for us. Now they spoiled themselves.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay, what does this do? Well, when we find out.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Oh, we're back here
Listen to
again.
me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
I mean, I was considering quitting, but she kept talking, so I had to keep going. I can't tell if that was actually supposed to be an ending if you quit out or not, but I don't think it was. Time actually ended up being alright. It's around 45 minutes, so thank you all for watching. And next time we're gonna do more shenanigans. I don't know, maybe I'll find another baby somewhere. Or maybe I'll go find the Crow Museum, because I think I was ripping up the Insomniac Museum back there. Yeah, see y'all until next time. Take care, stay safe, have a good one. Bye-bye.